Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's O'Neil from Tapped In with O'Neil. And as you guys know, it's been a crazy week. We had like a mini crash. I don't know if you guys want to consider this a crash, but it seems like a crash to me. We had a lot of sell off in the market within crypto and just the overall market as a whole. Got a lot of things coming up, a lot of things to cover. I want to show you guys exactly what happened in my portfolio. I think if I'm not mistaken, we're down over $6,000. But yeah, we'll go ahead and deep dive into it, and I'll show you guys exactly how we intend to weather this storm. I feel like this is a perfect example to show you guys exactly why I'm protected, how I protect myself. So yeah, it's gonna be a good learning experience, and I hope you guys stay tapped and stay tuned for the whole video. Make sure you guys watch the whole video. Full scope. We're gonna do our weekly $1,000 starting out on the laptop, and then we're gonna hop over to the mobile version of the app. So without further ado, let's hop into it. All right, so as you guys can see, the portfolio or the individual investing account is sitting at $53,024.49. We currently are down $723.42 on the day. Let's see how much we're down on the week. Saying we're down about $5,626.11. That's about 9.1057%. So guys, remember, I've been telling you guys, just as much as the markets go up, the markets can go down, and this is part of the game. If you cannot take or handle a loss like this, or seeing your portfolio go down like this, I mean, my portfolio is obviously a lot more volatile, but if you cannot handle these types of losses, this may not be the game for you. So that's why I advise you guys to watch me just for entertainment purposes, so I can show you guys exactly what's happening. So yeah, my buying power is at $8,687.38. Margin total, it went up. We went to $39,629.47, and the margin used, that also went up. It's about $30,000 and $30,924.05. We got a pending order of $18. We're still at low risk. We have a $6,167.11 margin buffer. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop straight into the deposit and get that out the way, so we can go ahead and deep dive into the portfolio on the mobile version. All right, transfer, continue with standard. All right, deposit initiated. All right, let's see what the account is sitting at now. All right, we are now at $54,002.84. Buying power went up $2,000. As you guys know, every time I deposit $1,000 into this account, Robinhood allows me to borrow $2,000 of their money. So margin total went up to $40,000. Margin used went down to $29,924.05, and our margin buffer also went up about $1,000. It's now sitting at $7,167.11. So let's go ahead and go to the mobile version of the app, and let's deep dive into the portfolio. All right, we are currently looking at the portfolio right now, and this is a lot that's been happening. It's going to be a rough month, I would say, or a rough couple of weeks at least. Bare minimum, it's going to be a rough couple of weeks. And the reason why I say that um, is because tariffs kicked back in. And you guys know the August 1st deadline has now passed. So Trump has put back in place tariffs. I think the lowest tariff is going to be about 10%. So he already started putting those things in effect. And to add to all of that, the Fed chair decided not to cut rates yet again. Jerome Powell just did not decide to cut rates. And it just came back that the jobs reporting from a couple months ago, they were inaccurate. And the job market, or the labor market as a whole, is not doing as well as they projected or they said it was, doing. So we can probably expect rate cuts in September. They're projecting about an 85% chance of the Fed chair pretty much cutting rates in September. So that is going to boost the markets. But until then, we got to weather this storm and see how the market plays out. I'm expecting a little bit of a recovery, but if not, we're gonna still weather the storm, and I'm gonna show you exactly how we intend to do that. So as you guys can see in our options, we do have a TSLL play that is currently pending. But before we get into that, we still have a TSLY cover call I placed about 2 weeks ago, still active right now. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, crypto did have a sell off, but my crypto didn't drop drastically or too much because most of my crypto is within Ethereum. I do plan on getting rid of Bitcoin Cash, and it was above my target price or my average cost, but I thought it was gonna go higher. Bad call on me. I should have just sold it. But yeah, I don't like this crypto or this coin. It's supposed to track or go in alignment with Bitcoin, but I don't see it really tracking or staying in alignment with Bitcoin. So I do intend on selling that just to relieve some pressure within my portfolio. And then Ethereum is still doing pretty good. We're up $2,000, $2,142.89. Well, that just changed, but yeah, Ethereum is doing pretty good. So I'm glad you know we're in the positive when it comes to Ethereum. As far as the portfolio, look at our stocks and ETF. We do have a lot of different positions. You guys see we have a lot of increased positions. We are now owning 2,200 shares of TSLL, and the reason being, as you guys, if you guys haven't been paying attention, we did place some options, place some puts on TSLL, and those puts ended up getting assigned because TSLL or Tesla had a sell off. uh it I mean the whole market had a sell off, but TSL definitely had. So my puts ended up getting assigned. Did try to roll the positions, but I got around to rolling the positions a little bit too late, and I was like, you know what, I'll just take the assignment and see how I weather the storm. So as you guys know, last week my average cost was about 1368, but now it dropped down to an average cost of 12.72, which means I intend to plan. Well, as you guys can see, I intend on selling cover calls, 22 contracts specifically at the $12.5 strike price. Reason being is that's close to my average cost. If it does end up pushing above this strike price, I'm just gonna roll it upwards to collect that profit. And as you guys can see, my market value increased to $22,000, and we're down about $5,000. So that's gonna also clear up our margin once we get rid of these shares. And yeah, it's gonna be something to think or look at. You know, we did also end up using a little bit more margin to purchase more shares. I've seen a lot of buying opportunity. As you guys can see, MSTY is at $18 right now. Tesla is doing what it does, is pretty much going in alignment with Tesla. It's also a sell off, so it's a good buying opportunity for Tesla. But MSTY and ULTY, these two things right here, these are great buying opportunities for you guys. We did have a payout from MSTY and ULTY, so I'll show you guys what that looked like. But we are currently sitting at 230 shares on MSTY. Let's see what the payout was. Got a $272 payout, and that was for the 230 shares, and that was about $1.18 per share. It's amazing. I'm tend to get that up to about $300. So we collect $300 in dividends monthly from MSTY. That's pretty nice for me. All as far as ULTY, I'll show you guys what the payout was for ULTY. I think as soon as the market opens up, I'm gonna go ahead and get this to 1,000 shares. I'll probably, let's see how much 1,000 shares is gonna cost. We're at, so it's about 250. Wow. All right. So 1,500. It's going to cost me about 1,500. I'll purchase that on margin because this is definitely a good buying opportunity. As I said, I project the market is going to have a recovery at least in September because I do expect rate cuts. And so as far as the payment, we got a $70 dividend payout from uh ULTY. And now the reason why I say and that we were missing out on 50 shares. So that's not even a full amount. So we could have got like probably about $75. I intend to get like at least paid $100 a week from this uh ETF. As you guys do know, it does pay weekly. So if I'm getting $100 a week and then I can get above my average cost is at 6.25 right now. That would be a great scenario, a great situation, and I'm obviously going to keep buying back into it when I see buying opportunities. YMAX had a nice sell-off too. It's down 46 cents. 3.36%. That's crazy. That's really close to my average cost. So this would also be a good buying opportunity for YMAX. Those people who hold YMAX and you guys want to get into YMAX, this is a good buying opportunity. Let's see how much they paid us. They paid us about $16.62, which is not too bad. Not as much as we got paid last week, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Let's see the breakdown on it. That's about 16 cents per share. And you guys know we hold about 101 shares, and I do not increase any more positions on this. Oh my gosh, CONY is another one. CONY took a big hit. We are down massively, but as you guys know, CONY pretty much moves with however crypto moves. So if crypto moves and has a boom, CONY will also have a boom. It's Coinbase. So um, we're at 300 shares. I may look into more buying opportunities. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm gonna really focus heavy on ULTY and MSTY. And yeah, that's just pretty much it. Like, market was pretty much red all around. As you guys can see, SPY is down about 1.64%, down $10. So it's yeah, we took a big hit. Everybody took a big hit, but we got a lot of buying opportunity or buying power. So we're gonna be looking for buying opportunities and making some option plays. So stay tuned for that. As you guys know, I did restructure my Roth IRA, so it's now just a three ETF Roth IRA. You guys know I still hold about $6 of a share in QQQ, and I do intend on selling that off, but we already covered this. We are just going to be focusing on SCHD, JEPQ, and SCHG. The new weekly or daily buyout is going to be $8.40 into JEPQ and SCHD on a daily basis, and SCHG is going to be about $60 on a weekly basis, or $6. Sorry about that. And let's go into the traditional, cover that. We'll see what that's looking like. We are back below that $4,000 mark, so we're down about $129 on the day, on the last day of the market, but on the week it's about $373. We do have some decent buying opportunities. Our puts did we place puts? No, we placed the cover call, so that expired worthless. Um, oh, and I also want to show you guys how we performed. Um, so yeah, our realized profit and loss, we are up $2,000 on the month, so we already hit our threshold, and we're looking to push past that. Not going to be that much opportunity this month, but or this week, I would say, because it's kind of volatile, but we'll see what we can do. I'll show you guys exactly what we intend to do. But yeah, this is pretty much it. Let's go ahead and see what the overall count is sitting at. 9,256. Well, no, we're back above that $60,000 mark as expected. Like I said, we took a big hit to the portfolio. Nice sell off. We're currently sitting at $60,234.49. So, you guys, like I said before, if Jerome Powell does cut rates in September, it's like an 85% projection that he is going to cut rates. But if he does end up cutting rates, the markets will recover. But I think we will kind of get a nice signaling from the Fed that they're going to cut rates, interest rates or not. And if you guys don't know what the importance of interest rates cuts is, it's basically them dropping the interest rates overall. And when the interest rates drop, money is easy to borrow. Money is a lot cheaper to come by. So that's a lot of money printing. Inflation's gonna go up, but with inflation, so does inflation going up, so does the price of your assets, and the assets within a person's portfolio, them being stocks, ETFs, whatever they may be, those also will increase in value. So you guys can expect that. That's why the rich get richer and the poor stay poor, because the poor are not taking advantage or aren't aware of investing strategies. And that's part why I talk about things like this on the channel, to try and encourage people who are maybe in lower class or middle class, just aren't in the rich. I'm not rich by any means, but I definitely want to inform people and keep people updated on how to invest. Remember, this isn't financial advice. It's just me documenting my journey, and hopefully I'm at some point now I'm able to move, or help somebody out when it comes to this investing stuff. But yeah, without further ado, if you felt like this was useful and helpful anyway, go ahead and hit that like button, comment down below, subscribe, turn on your post bell notifications, join up on the Discord that is free to join. Go ahead and hit me up on Instagram. Link to that is going to be in the description below, and follow also. And without further ado, it's Tap the Horn Deal, and I'm signing out.